Have you ever felt, at some point, that you were fighting alone? As if, no matter how hard you tried, there was always something holding you back from achieving what you truly desire. As if, deep down, you knew something was out of place, but you couldn't quite figure out what it was? And what if I told you that, right at this very moment, there is an invisible force around you, trying to guide you, protect you, and take you where you truly deserve to be? What is happening behind the curtains of your life might be more important than you think. Imagine that, all this time, something has been there, watching, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. It may sound strange or even unlikely, but what if this force had already influenced the biggest moments of your life? No, I'm not talking about coincidences or luck, I'm talking about a presence that has been acting in your life in a way you never noticed. It has been working behind the scenes, in the most subtle moments, taking care of you without you even knowing. Maybe it's time to start questioning, what if, instead of being alone, you've been guided all along? Get ready, because what you're about to discover may change everything. Have you ever gone through those days when everything seems to go wrong? When you try so hard, but the doors keep closing, and you don't understand why. You feel as if you're trying to follow a path, but suddenly something seems to pull you back, as if something is blocking your view, stopping you from seeing the next step. You might not realize it, but often what you're experiencing isn't just a series of random events, there is an invisible force influencing your choices, your steps, even your emotions. What if, in every decision you've made, in every moment when it felt like you were alone, there was something bigger, something you couldn't see, but that was there, trying to direct you towards something greater? What's happening in your life isn't just a game of luck or chance, but perhaps a silent intervention, waiting for you to realize how much you're being supported, guided, and, most importantly, protected. But for this to happen, you need to understand that this presence won't manifest in a clear or obvious way. It won't be a bright sign or a physical touch, it will be subtle, like an intuition or a deep sense that something is right, even if you can't see how. The truth is, no matter how much you've tried on your own, there's something in your way that you can't control, something beyond your perception. The struggle you're facing, though it may seem like yours, is actually a silent battle between what you want and what you truly need. You may have ignored or even dismissed these small signs over the years. You knew, but you didn't know you knew. That discomfort, that frustration, those small setbacks, they could all be signs that there's a presence taking care of you, but can only act when you're ready to recognize and trust it. Now, imagine that, behind everything you're experiencing, there is a force that has been silently accompanying you, day after day. It's not something you can see, but you can feel it, often without realizing. Sometimes, it manifests as a sudden idea that pops into your mind, a sense of clarity amidst the chaos, or even a coincidence that seems to connect all the dots perfectly. This force is like a protective presence, a greater energy that works behind the scenes of your life, acting in your favor without you needing to understand everything right away. It has been trying to guide you, but you've been so focused on what you don't have, or what you haven't yet achieved, that you haven't noticed the signs around you. The problem is that, like any true help, it cannot intervene directly unless you choose to recognize its presence. Maybe you've wondered why, despite so many obstacles, you still haven't given up. Even in the darkest moments, something within you refuses to stop. This is the crucial moment. This drive, this persistent force, is what has been pushing you forward, even when everything around you seemed to be falling apart. But the truth is, it can't do all the work on its own. It needs your trust, it needs you to realize that you're not fighting alone. There is an energy constantly by your side, protecting your steps, even when you feel lost. It might be something you've always carried within you, or something around you, just waiting for the right moment to be recognized. The question now is, are you ready to perceive this intervention? Are you willing to trust this presence and follow the path it shows you? For everything to unfold the way you want, you need to open your eyes and allow this force to manifest. It won't force you, but when you allow it, it will guide you in the right direction. As time goes on, the situation begins to intensify. What seemed like a growing discomfort now turns into immense pressure. It's as if an invisible wall is rising before you, preventing you from reaching what you desire. You feel the presence of this force around you, almost as if it is trying to help, but you can't understand how this help fits into your world. The goal is there, within reach, but something is blocking your vision, something is preventing you from moving forward with confidence. Maybe you feel like you're walking down a dark hallway, where the light is faint, and each step you take leaves you more confused about which direction to take. And the worst part is that with each mistake, each failed attempt, the fear grows. Uncertainty takes over, and you start questioning if you're really on the right path. But here is the critical point. This force that has been trying to guide you is present all the time, but you need something more for it to manifest with all its power. You need to act. This invisible wall you feel is not a permanent obstacle. It exists because you haven't realized how to get past it. It is, in fact, a reflection of your doubts, your fears, your own process of resistance. The most curious thing is that, when you make the decision to trust, when you allow this force to help, this wall starts to crumble, little by little, revealing the path behind it. The blockage isn't outside of you, it's inside. And, to bring it down, you need to make a conscious choice. If you continue waiting for things to happen on their own, nothing will change. Your trust and your action are essential for this intervention to manifest with full force. The situation is becoming urgent. You feel the pressure of time, you sense that the opportunity is about to pass, and the wall will only get higher if you don't take action now. The force is by your side, but without your recognition and action, it can't move forward. This is the moment when you need to stop looking at the problems and start focusing on the solutions. The help is here, but it depends on you taking the first step. What you do next may be the key that opens the door to everything you've been longing for. Now, you are facing a moment that could change everything. The path that once seemed unclear now stands before you with greater clarity. You find yourself at a crossroads. Fear and doubts may try to make you hesitate, but the truth is, you have the power to decide what comes next. This is the crucial moment. The choice is in your hands, and despite everything you've gone through so far, you know that only with this decision will everything begin to transform. Look at what lies before you. The opportunity to move forward, even with uncertainty, or the possibility of continuing down the familiar path that, though known, is limiting you. You can stay with what you have, but you know something greater is waiting for you, and the only way to reach it is by trusting. Trusting in the invisible help that has been by your side. Trusting in the force that has already been moving in your favor, even when you didn't notice it. The choice you make now will determine whether you remain stuck in the same cycle or allow something new to enter your life. This is the moment to let go of resistance. Set aside doubt and hesitation. When you finally choose to act, a wave of clarity will begin to take over. Each step you take, even if small, will create more space for this invisible force to manifest even stronger. The question remains, will you wait for more signs, or will you believe, right now, in what has already been shown to you? The decision you make will define the future that awaits you. The destiny you want is not far off. It is waiting for your action, for your trust, for your decision to move forward. The time for this choice is now. Pause. Take a deep breath. Reflect. What decision do you know you need to make? The future you want depends on no one else but you. Every step you take with courage, without hesitation, brings you closer to what you truly desire. What you do now could be the turning point that transforms your whole life. Now that you've made the decision, which path have you chosen? What comes next may seem uncertain, but one thing is clear, you are not alone. What once seemed like an unbearable burden now reveals itself as a test of strength, proof that you were able to see beyond the surface. The truth you hadn't seen before is that there is a force, an invisible presence, always by your side, waiting for you to take the first step. You are no longer walking alone. The decision to trust was what you needed to release this help that has always been within reach. The future you desire is already in motion, but everything begins now. The simple fact that you've opened yourself to this truth is already altering your path. The coming weeks, the next few months, could reveal themselves as a completely new journey. But remember, this journey will not be defined by external circumstances. It will be defined by your courage to move forward. Your ability to trust, even when the answers are not immediate. And, above all, your willingness to accept that, yes, there is something greater watching over you. And that most of the work has already been done by those who care for you in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to act. The message is clear. Support is all around you, ready to help you overcome adversity. You just needed to open your eyes and act. When you allow yourself to believe this, the world around you starts to align in ways you never imagined. Everything changes when you trust. Everything changes when you accept that there is an invisible force, one that is often greater than you can perceive, and it is working to help you reach your destiny. Remember, the future you desire is not far off. It's not somewhere else, waiting for you. It's already waiting for you, right here, at this moment. All you need to do now is continue. Choose to trust. The decision is made, and now the path is opening before you. And this journey, my friend, is just beginning.